All right, let's bring in Breitbart economist and finance editor John Carney. John Carney, good to be with you again. So listen, March highest monthly job layoffs since January of 2023. With your brilliant economic mind, what does this mean to you?
So we've had a lot of layoffs in the tech sector, but overall in the economy, not a lot of layoffs. If you look at things like the initial jobless claims, they ticked up a little bit today from last week. But jobless claims are very low. The unemployment rate has gone up from 3.7 to 3.9. It's probably not going up when we get the jobs numbers out tomorrow. It'll probably still be 3.9. I don't think there are a lot of job losses going on right now in the economy. It's high compared to where we have been, but employers are still really holding on to their workers. Just in that segment we just saw, they can't find enough workers to build those traffic panels that they need.
The reason these tech companies are laying people off is because they have like tens of thousands of people who literally get paid to do nothing.
Right. They put it up on their Instagram where they, their day in the life of, and they're not really doing any work. Right.
I'm not joking that they can't. It's so difficult to fire someone. They'll just do a mass layoff just to cull the herd of the lame cattle.
There was also a huge amount of overhiring that went in a lot of those companies during the pandemic. They're still dealing with the fact that they're top heavy. They have too many people. And there would probably be more layoffs. Look, I have some friends who work in tech. They work in Silicon Valley. I don't want them to lose their jobs.
No.
It's always a shame. But a lot of these companies got too aggressive about growth. They're not growing the way they were. They're laying some people.
As long as they don't suck, they'll be fine.
That's our motto. Don't suck and you'll be fine. All right, let's go to this, because if you lost your job in the U.S. Army, never fear. You can always enlist in Joe Biden's Climate Corps to fight for the green agenda. Plus, it comes with some pretty good perks. Student loan forgiveness, stipends, childcare, transportation, housing, and more, all for the low introductory cost of, $8 billion to taxpayers. The White House has been touting a variety of costly climate projects while on the campaign trail, but the VP claims the investments, well, they're worth it.
When we invest in climate, we create jobs, we lower costs, and we invest in families.
Okay, she's the most uncompelling person ever. But as you just said, we need workers. And so if Joe Biden and the Climate Corps and all these government taxpayer perks are given to these workers, it's pretty tough for the private sector to compete with that.
Right. This is the sort of campaign you launch when you have a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% unemployment rate. Not something you do when you have a very low unemployment rate. It's kind of crazy to do it now. I also think they're going to regret it, because if they start launching employment programs for their projects when they're not in charge of the White House, guess what? We're going to get a border corps employment program. And there will be people who will sign up and say, yeah, I want to go be part of Donald Trump's border corps, put me on the border, and that will be, and forgive my student loans for watching out to make sure people aren't crossing the southern border. You don't want to have these programs work to accomplish your political agendas. If you're going to do them, you use them for economic reasons, not what Joe Biden's doing here.
Investment. It's an investment. No, you're borrowing money to spend it on some loser who can't get a real job in the technology industry.
Well, the other thing is, if these are tasks that need to get done, guess what? The market is very good at trying to solve real problems that people are having. There will be somebody who will start a business to address the problem. What this is doing is literally, as you guys put it, they're creating an army to accomplish the Green New Deal agenda. That should be stopped, but I think they're going to regret it, because they're not going to be holding on to the White House forever. And when they lose it, there's going to be a different
army. These are campaign workers, John. That's what they are. This is a government-funded campaign worker force that's going to go elect Joe Biden.
Wisconsin said no to Zuck Bucks. So this is what I almost cursed. This is what they're doing. You want to take this?
You take it.
EV sales are slumping.
Yeah, they are.
Edmunds is predicting that the rate of electric vehicle growth will continue to slow through 2024, increasing to just 8% of the new vehicle market share from about 7% last year, about 5% in 2022. But that is not steering this White House away from forcing you into them.
Tesla earlier this week said that its sales are plunging. Do these types of developments make the administration rethink their EV policy?
No, not at all. Look, when it comes to EV sales, they're reaching record highs. EVs are more affordable than ever, and EV sales have more than quadrupled. Sales of hybrids and EVs are now a record high of 18% of all light-duty vehicle sales. Average price of an EV is down 20% from just a year ago, just 1 year ago.
You just take it, because I can talk about 8 hours about all the blarney.
Look, this is a disaster. The U.S. car companies actually made a big mistake because they tried to move too quickly into all-electric vehicles. People do not want all-electric vehicles. They're fine if you live in a place where there's chargers everywhere. Guess what? That's not most of America. People don't want them. What they will buy is hybrids. People want to know that when they need to, they can go to a gas station, put gasoline in their car, keep it running, particularly when you have cold weather. We've had a pretty cold couple days in April. That's really bad for all battery cars. You want to make sure you can fill that up. So hybrids are doing well. Toyota had a killer year selling hybrids. And guess what? Ford announced they're going to be building hybrids and not the all-electric.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
But they're going to force them to make them. They're taking away your truck.
Look, I have combustion engines. I think most people right now, given the infrastructure we have, do not feel safe only having electric power. They are worried that they will run out in a place where they cannot charge it. We have gas stations all over America. We have the infrastructure to travel wherever you want. They're trying to force something onto people. It's not going to work. It's getting rejected by consumers.
John Carney, always good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you.